All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakodash. Double honors to the apostle, that was a great millstone. And South Asian brothers doing this thing in sincerity, truth, and with charity. All right, this is the brother Ratazawanya, a.k.a. St. Benji. And my YouTube channel is this one, GMS Chicago, one word, all right? Son of the Right, one word. So it's 2 words.
God, this is your brother Jeremiah from the GMS Miami Camp. And my YouTube channel is Jeremiah Weeps.
Con, and this the brother Manakia from GMS Chicago Camp. And my YouTube channel is GMS Manakia.
Con. And the brother Shamar, here in Miami, the brother sent a thing in a group chat, and basically he sent the voice recording. But here's the article. It says, "Loud talking could leave coronavirus in the air for up to 14 minutes." So first they said it was just stays in the air for 8 minutes. Now they're saying loud talking increases the duration. How does talking loudly increase the duration of a virus floating in the air? All right, that's madness, but it doesn't matter. We know what it is, like it says, without ignorant Satan devices. He's ready to make his move against us, man. The Israelites, more specifically the prophets, man. This is Psalm 64:1. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. Hear my voice, O power, and my prayer preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue. That word wet right there means to sharpen, W-H-E-T. Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of land snares privately. They say, who shall see them? So this is what Esau was doing, man. He's making his moves in secret to come against us, the Israelites, man, the men of the Lord. That's what this is about, man. All right? This is about the wicked versus the righteous. All right? The least of Esau versus the least of Israel, man. Point blank, period. All right? He's already conquered everybody else. He's not worried about everybody else, man. He ready to sit at this table, eat and feast and get everybody else chipped. This is to come against us, man. All right? Like I said, to shoot the arrows at the perfect, man. He shoot a secret at the perfect.
Isaiah 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Come, we get one more.
This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
One more verse.
Verse 2. To turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
Right, so these things they set up is against, of course, the Israelites, but more specifically, it's against us, man, to take away judgment from the people. They don't want us on these corners no more, man. All right, they want to get rid of us, man, point blank, period. All right, Israel waking up, coming to realize this man is a devil. All right, more people calling this man Esau, Edom. He been running away from that, man. We call him Adawamian back in the Hebrew. He's been running from that for years, man, centuries. And now it's coming back up in his face. He's blue, man. Hey, this is Amos 5 and verse 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. Plain and simple. They hate us because we bring this word out in the gates, man. All right, and what comes with that? Now they get held accountable. Now the world is seeing this devil for who he is. He's being exposed, man. He's retaliating. He's ready to make his move and get us off the corner, man. He's ready to shut this down. All right, what they got going on at the same time on YouTube and social media. All right, what are they saying? They putting laws in place where you can't even speak of conspiracies, man, because we don't speak of conspiracy theories, man. These are real-life conspiracies, factual things, man. But they're making that illegal. All right, they're making it illegal to even mention not to go against the vaccine. It's like they're making it illegal to mention going against the vaccine. All right? And we know we against it, man. Why is that? Because we know what comes with this, man. What's next? The RFID chip, which is the market of beast. And clearly they're trying to link it up. So it's illegal to speak against these things, man. They're trying to shut us down. They want to get rid of us and kill us, man.
All right, a couple precepts. And this Psalms 10 and 7. It said his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. And that's the nature of Esau Edom, man. He always basically tell you something and do another, man. He a backstabbing servant. It say verse 8, he sitteth in lurking places of the villages, and secret places does he murder the innocent. His eyes is privily set against the poor. And that's the mindset of Esau. He especially these cops, these different Jakes, man, they want to murder certain Jakes or Israelites because that's in their nature. That's what Esau is privy to do. He's a murderer from the beginning. He said he was Cain. And also, verse 9, he lie and wait secretly as a lion in a den. He lie and wait to catch the poor. He does catch the poor when he draw him in his neck, man. And that's what it is. That's these different laws that he set up. The Salakia, these different laws that he set up in the justice system. Even with this new thing he's setting up, man. Hey, what, to get us off the streets so that we can't prophesy? It's a commandment that the men of the Lord is supposed to prophesy, man. We just doing what the Lord commanded us to do. But now, all of a sudden, this coronavirus, we can't go out and talk loud in the streets. When they know Isaiah 58 say what? Cry aloud, spare not, man. Hey, lift up our voice like a trumpet. Hey, but they want to get the prophets out the corner because guess what? This truth is coming out. Hey, one more scripture, Bible shot. This Wisdom of Solomon 5, verse 1. And this is the main reason, man. Hey, since the prophets been out and on the street, starting with Elder Bibbins and the elders, a great millstone, man, and we make a dim in this so-called white man. He been wanting to take us off the street corners, off the internet, which was created for Israelites, man, to get pushed off the four corners of the earth. Verse 5, it said, verse 1, it said, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such that have afflicted him and make no account of his labors. And that's what we do. We call this man about all the bullshit he have done against us, man. We built this city, man. But guess what? We the poorest of the poorest, and he get richer and richer, man. We build his economy up, man. But he don't give us no type of reparations. Basically, real reparations is your ass, man. Hey, real reparations is your ass coming under slavery, and we putting the foot up your ass like you did us. They say, verse 2, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangers of his salvation for beyond that they look for. And this time our salvation is about to come. Because guess what? Hey, the Lord is about to return. With all these prophecies come to pass, hey, with the famine of word, hey, the Lord is about to return and deliver us out of this captivity, out of Esau's hand, out of these heathens' hands, man. And all these other nations going to know the power of Yahweh by Shema Shai pretty soon, man.
And the fact that the prophets are up, prophesying against this devil, what do you mean? What do you think this devil is going to do? Revelation 12 and 12.
I got that right.
Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth he has but a short time. So he's mad. He's throwing his temper tantrum, man. All right. He wish he could get his hands on us, but Second Ezra says the heathen shall envy us, but shall be able to do nothing against us. He's coming down against everybody in his anger. But who does he really want to get at us, man? He's locking down the whole world just because of us. Now he's like, well, let's prove him. Let's test him then. So he's going to bring this chip. And surely they're going to take the chip. No. He's going to take the rest of you motherfuckers down trying to get to us, man. All right? That's what it's about, to shoot at the perfect, like we read in Psalm 64.
This Second Chronicles chapter 36, verse 16. But they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people till there was no remedy. And that's the nature of these people, man, especially the so-called white man. They misuse the prophets, they mock the prophets, And that's the narrative. But hey, we have Yahweh Shema Shai to go to, and he's protecting us. You don't have no respect for the prophets, man. You got it, brother.
This Revelations 2 and 10, because with all these things that's coming down, man, hey, with Esau coming against the prophets and everything, hey, he's gonna cast us in prison, man. He's gonna come with that wrath. He's gonna come with that persecution, man. But guess what? We got to be faithful to the Lord. And this Revelations 2 and 10, it's Esau so stupid because all he's doing is just fulfilling prophecy, man. These things that he's doing coming down, we want the wrath. We want these things so the Lord can show his power lift up that standard. And it's Revelations 2:10. Fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. And that's why a lot of these things is happening. It told you in Acts, the 18th chapter, the same thing that happened. Damn, that's the spirit.
Acts 18 about kicking out of Rome?
Yeah.
I got it.
That's the spirit.
It's Acts 18:1. After these things, Paul departed from Athens and came to Corinth and found a certain Jew named Aquila, born in Pontus, lately come from Italy, with his wife Priscilla, because that Claudius had commanded all Jews to depart from Rome and came unto them. And when you go into the history of this, it tells you they expelled the Jews, because of aggravated street preaching. Aggravated street preaching. That's right. All right, basically what we do today, man. They was out there telling people about Yahweh Shai. All right, the salvation is coming like John the Baptist in the wilderness, crying aloud, sparing not, lifting up his voice. And eventually they got rid of the Jews, man. All right, that's what they want to do now, man. This shit they doing is to silence us. So eventually they can come against us, man. Just like right here, that's the spirit, man. Because end of the day, they're gonna blame us for this, man. Just like when you read in the Apocrypha and the rest of Esther. All right, there's like, well, why is this kingdom not come together? Why we can't put together man, I gotta get that. They were trying to put together basically a one world, the known area that was conquered, a one world government. He was like, what's preventing us from coming together? They said, oh, these Jews, they different. They laws are contrary to our laws, man. Right. Man, I gotta find that real quick, man.
I'll finish this real quick. It's Revelations 2:10. It say, fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you might be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. But be therefore faithful unto death, and you will give a crown of, and he will give a crown of life. And that's what it is. And we got to be faithful no matter what these devils come on. Of course, we know, we render into Caesar, render what to Caesar. But guess what? When it comes down to these laws and to statutes and commandments, and we gonna serve Yahweh, man. Hey, just same thing how Daniel and the 3 holy children, man. When Nebuchadnezzar came against them, and he said he came and made a decree. He said one that's gonna worship, because Nebuchadnezzar had an idol that he made, and he said that all that's gonna worship me, stand up and bow to this idol. But did they bow? No. They said, well, I'm gonna serve my living power, and that's what we're gonna stand up and do. We're going to serve the living power of Yahweh Bashmal Rashai, because that's our power and that's our rock. And guess what? Them 3 holy children got delivered out of that furnace, man.
That's real. And the word says he's going to deliver us, man, as long as we're the elect. It's Esther, the editions of Esther, chapter 13:1. The copy of the letters was this. The great King Artaxerxes writeth these things to the princes and governors that are under him from India unto Ethiopia in 107 and 20 provinces. So that's the land he possessed, he conquered. After that, I became Lord over many nations and had dominion over the whole world, not lifted up with presumption of my authority, but carrying myself always with equity and mildness. I purpose to settle my subjects continually in a quiet life. He's like, look, I want to bring peace in my realm. Like I want things to be calm, But Esau claimed they want world peace, which is bullshit. And making my kingdom peaceable and open for passage to the utmost coast to renew peace, which is desired of all men, because everybody want peace. All right. Excuse me. Now, when I asked my counselors how this might be brought to pass, Haman, which is an Edomite, that excelled in wisdom among us and was approved for his constant goodwill and steadfast fidelity, and had the honor of the second place in the kingdom, declared unto us that all nations throughout the world there was scattered a certain malicious people that had laws contrary to all nations, and continually despised the commandments of kings, so as the uniting of our kingdoms, honorably intended by us, cannot go forward. So they said, look, you can never have peace as long as these Israelites are about here, man. All right, their laws are different. All right, they're contrary to us. It just ain't gonna work. And through the spirit, we ain't causing no harm to nobody. We just have laws we gotta live by, man. The problem is we telling other people that's not right. The Lord ain't with that. Like the scriptures tell us to do in Jeremiah 44. I sent the prophets rise early saying, oh, do not these abominable things that I hate. And these people hate us for that, man. All right? Seeing then we understand that this people alone is continually in opposition to all men, differing in the strange manner of their laws, and evil affected to our state, working affected to our state. So what's next? These people want peace. They're going to want the outside back. But oh wait, you got these Israelites that keep teaching against these vaccines and keep speaking against the mark of the beast RFID chip. That keep speaking against bow down to Esau. They're gonna be like, look, you gotta get rid of them. And that's the policy they set in place now. They already know we contract. They know we're speaking against them. We've been doing it this whole time. All right, now what? You got the whole world, you know, them that's supposed to know, they know what the mark of the beast is coming. Regular niggas not talking about, man, that chip, don't take that chip. Right. You know? Hey, the prophet's been prophesying, man. The word of the Lord, like it says in Romans 10, is spread across the whole earth, man. You know, they sound throughout the earth. Working all the mischief they can, that our kingdom may not be firmly established. Okay, Jeremiah 28, we prophesied we're going to take this kingdom up. You know? Therefore have we commanded that all they that are signified and right unto you by Haman, who is ordained over the affairs and is next unto us, shall all with their wives and children be utterly destroyed by the sword of their enemies, without all mercy and pity, the 14th day of the 12th month, Adar of this present year. So they started to work. They worked, man, to come against us. All right, it started what? By the pen. Same thing's happening now. That's how Esau gets down. And this was during the time of Persia rulership, man. Esau having second command. Now Esau was completely running the world, man. So this is what he's doing. He's getting ready to do the same thing on a grand scale, man. And just like back then, guess what? Yahweh Shai is going to deliver us, man. All right, this is Esau's end right here. That's why I said, rejoice, ye heavens. All right, woe unto the world. Where are the heavens? The kingdom of heavens within you. So we rejoicing because this is Esau's downfall, man. All right, he finna fuck himself up. But hey, we in these times, you know.
This is 1 John chapter 3, verse 11. For this is the message that ye heard from the beginning, that we should love one another, not as Cain, who was of that wicked one, and slew his brother. And wherefore slew he him, because his own works were evil and his brother's righteous, right? Mm-hmm. That same spirit is operating in the earth, man. That same spirit of Cain's and you so-called white people, you Edomites. And guess what? You hate us. You hate the Israelites. That's why you hate us with the unwarranted perpetual hatred. That's why you're trying to what? Come up with these unrighteous decrees, really against the prophets, man. You're of Cain.
And that's the spirit of Esau, man. I tell you that his spirit is not right in him, man. So he wants to bring in these different laws and everything. He did it in the past. At this first Maccabees, the first chapter, and I'm gonna start at verse 41. It say, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his kingdom that all shall be one people. Now, when you hear one people, you think about what? The New World Order. And that's the same thing that
you watched the Lord Lightfoot video yet?
Yes, that's the same thing Lord Light said. That's what happened. God, right? It say, and everyone shall leave his laws, and all the heathen agree toward the commandment of the king. And that's what he want us to do. He want us to what? Serve him. Hey, do everything that he commanded them, man. Because guess what? We still in slavery. All these niggas that walk around think that they free because you can leave the country or he give you a passport. Hey, I got breaking news for you, man. You don't have no freedom.
You wouldn't need a passport if you were free. Hey, guess what? You'd be able to walk around with no fucking face mask if you were free.
Right.
But real quick.
So you got to eliminate that compliance and you make a mandate. And then you do training because otherwise it doesn't work. So you got to eliminate that compliance and you make a mandate. And then you do training, particularly in the city, I'll call them licensing departments, whether it's zoning, buildings, housing will be impacted by it, planning certainly, and you pick the people to run those agencies and the deputies that are pledging allegiance to the New World Order and good governance, and then I think you have the Inspector General do some spot audits to make sure that with the executive branch.
So that's the official setup. Them that's pledging loyalty to the New World Order and the government, man.
Right.
That's their mission. And who was contrary to that, man? Us. All right. And not like we finna get up arms and take them down. We just know the Lord ain't finna allow it to happen. Just like he stopped the Tower of Babel. And it's our job, Jeremiah 28:8, to prophesy against it. Esau, your time is up. All right. The Lord said when you get to fill your belly's gonna rain upon you. You ready to finish you ready to sit at your table and eat, which means your destruction is here, man. All right? You ain't finna eat, man. You about to be destroyed.
Come, I got a precept for you.
Yeah.
This Job 5.
Come, start up.
God, this 5 verse 12. It say he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And that's what the Lord is about to do. See, Esau going to set up his new world order, but right then, right when he think he's going to fill his belly, the Lord's going to come down and intervene, man. And that's our hope. That's why we preach this truth and everything, man, because we know the Lord is real, that his word is real, man. He said that these things shall surely come to pass. And guess what? He's making good on that thing, man. He's bringing the kingdom, man. So, hey, Esau, bring the vaccine. Bring this FRD chip. That's one more closer to us to get our kingdom,
right,
man.
Bring insurrection. Come down to Great Rab. Bring whatever you got. Bring it all at us. Okay? Shit, the fuck? Hey, it says, fear not, thou art Jacob. We're going to be bold with it, man. Fuck right. Esau. In fact, man, this Isaiah 19. Hold on. Bro, this Isaiah 19 and there's more in that Job 5 too. This so Elijah, bear with me. You know, we're putting this up raw.
Really quick brief. Job 15 verse 35. They conceive mischief. I'm gonna start from verse 34. For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of robbery. They conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth deceit. And that's the so-called white man. He deals with left side energy, man. That's Esau. He deals with a false tongue, you know.
That's been a battle from the beginning, left versus the right. We fought in the womb together, and now we're in the spiritual womb, man. All right, this is the birth of a nation. We're getting born. And 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, use that example real quick. You grab that 2nd Ezra 6, and just we'll start at 7. I got these 2 precepts.
This 2nd Esdras 6. So Lord.
You good, huh?
6, verse 7. It say, then answer I and said, what shall be the pardon of sender of times? Of when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham into Isaac, when Jacob and Esau was born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed.
That's right. Now it's our turn to be born, man. That battle is happening, man. We pulling Esau down by his ankles. All right? Hey, guess what? Hey, this is Isaiah 19 and 16. In that day, I'm going to start up, though, really. This is Isaiah 19. This is Isaiah 19 and 13. The princes of Zoan are become fools. The princes of Noph are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt, even they are the stay of the tribes thereof. Yahweh has mingled their perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. And we're watching this man stagger right now, man. It can't do nothing right. All right, the economy's crashing. They want to print more fucking money.
Right.
All right, they did all this bomb dropping and fucking people up to bring the world together, then get on the world stage and tell everybody America first. How you gonna bring everybody together to separate yourself? That's pissing people off, fucking up. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. And we seeing that the economy is crashing again, and there are no jobs, man. Okay, plain and simple. In that day shall Egypt be like unto women; they shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of Yahweh host, which he shaketh over it. See, right now Esau, we don't still think he gonna do something, man. But the Lord said, "What, man? Why did he just imagine a vain thing?" All right, these Egyptians, and this is talking about modern Egypt. All right, Revelation 11:8. This is modern Egypt right here, America. These Edomites, the least is modern Pharaoh. They about to be in fear, man. The Lord is shaking this place up, man. Esau ain't got control over this thing no more like he once had. All right, and the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid of himself because of the counsel of Yahweh hosts, which you have determined against it. So they know better, man. That's why they treading lightly, man. But soon they're gonna come straight with it, man. They're gonna make their moves against us, and the Lord is gonna start jacking them up even more, man, to the point where they even come physically against us. The Lord really gonna raise that standard up, man. But it said anybody, we're gonna be a terror upon this place, man. All right, so you can shoot at us in secret and get your bullshit laws in place, but when it get real and serious out here, guess what? The Lord got us, man. He gonna tear this place apart. You know, this is Zechariah chapter 12 and verse 1. The burden of the word of Yahweh for Israel, saith Yahweh, which stretcheth forth the heavens and left the foundation of the earth, and formed the spirit of man within him. Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people round about, when they shall be in the siege both against Judah and against Jerusalem. So they come against us, you know, when they start making these moves, which this is a siege happening. When Esau put you in the siege, what do he do? All right, you got the punch bowl down in what's that, Mississippi. You got what they did to us in 70 AD. What did they do? They besieged us and starved us out, right? They doing that now. All right, killing the cattle off, fucking us up, you know, pouring out the milk. They bringing on the famine, man. They ready to starve you out. So you submit to their will, right? But they said what? The Lord's going to make us a cup of trembling to them, man. The Lord finna turn us up. All right, the Lord's finna start working miracles. He's finna start doing all type of stuff that we don't even know. The angels finna be looking out for us. Yeah. He's going to be jacking these heathens up. All right, controlling them and said that he's going to treat us well. They're going to be moving like robots, like, why am I helping you? Like, what the fuck? And then they're going to do it, man.
That's right.
All right, they said we're going to have abundance.
Yeah, that's right.
We're going to be a cup of trembling. Just to mention us, they're going to be scared. Better leave them Israelites alone over there. And in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people. All that burden themselves with this shall be cut in pieces through all the earth, through all Slakia. I'm gonna read that whole verse over. It's a precept in Revelation. So they cause fire to come out their mouth. Thus shall they be burning by to come against them. This verse 3. And in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people. All that burden themselves with this shall be cut in pieces. All the people of the earth be gathered together against it. So everybody's coming against us, but what did the Lord say? They're going to be cut in pieces, man. Even though it said all the world, every nation is against us, and guess what? Everywhere we scattered, they about to be fucked up, man. All right, they want to talk this shit and come against the Israelites, make these policies to come against us, like the Lord forsook us. Y'all niggas tripping. All right, Russell Westbrook voice, man. The Lord finna save us, man.
Hey, cause it happened before that siege. Hey, just in Judah. Hey, when they went to the little mountain up there and everything. Hey, Judah, the elders was they said, well, what are we gonna do? We're gonna starve out. And the Lord, the Spirit hopped on Judah to what? Basically to pray and fast and go down into the king. And guess what? Hey, she ended up smoking that king, man. And the Lord delivered us out of the heathen hand. And that's the same thing the Lord's going to do. It'll tell you in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, the 10th verse. It say, look at the generation of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or who did ever despise that call upon him? And that's nobody, man. They say the things were written for time, for our learning. So, hey, who did the Lord ever despise that ever fear him and call upon his name? No one. The Lord was always with us. Even when we cried into Egypt, and this modern day Egypt, man, hey, the Lord is going to come deliver us again. Hey, it say it should no more be written that he shall deliver us out of the land of Egypt, but out of the land of the north. So this deliverance is going to overshadow that, man.
Hey, it's more than that, Zephaniah. I'm going to hit this Romans 9. Back you up real quick. This Romans 9. And 21. Have not the power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? What if the Most High willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? So Esau was made to be destroyed. All right, and the Lord has allowed him to do all his wicked so he can get a great destruction, right? And that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared us to glory. All right, so the Lord also was going to bring us a great salvation. He's using his time so he can give us a great salvation. He said to pour upon the riches of his mercy upon us, man. So the Lord is allowing all this shit to build up So they can get a great destruction. We can get a great salvation. And that's what times we in. Rejoice, ye heavens, man.
That's right.
All right, we're looking forward to this, man. It said, hey, this is back in Zechariah 12:3. And in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people. All that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces. Though all the people of the earth be gathered together against it, like King David said, I would not be afraid of 10,000 people, man.
Damn.
You know, I ain't worried about you. Even the whole world is against us, man. We don't give a fuck. All right, because guess what? We got the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua on our side, man.
That's right.
We call it. That's the names we call on, man. The creator of all things. It started off the verse 1. He stretched out the heavens alone, which means he created our souls, man. He can literally Thanos motherfuckers, man. Right. And that day said Yahweh, I will smite every horse with astonishment, and his rider with madness. And I will open my eyes upon the house of Judah, and will smite every horse of the people with blindness. And the governors of Judah shall say in their heart, the inhabitants of Jerusalem shall be my strength, and Yahweh holds their power. So we're not trusting him, man. We ain't trusting Esau. We're trusting Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And guess what? Because of that, the Lord is going to save us. Whoever trusts in him and was confounded.
That's right.
And that day will I make the governors of Judah like an hearth of fire among the wood, and like a torch of fire in a sheet. And they shall devour all the people round about, on the right hand and on the left. And Jerusalem shall be inhabited again in her own place, even in Jerusalem. All right. The Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first, and the glory of the house of David and the glory of the heavens of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. And that day shall Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God, as the angel of Yahweh before them. There you go, man. And it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. So everybody that's coming against us, they want to make these laws and policies. Esau ready to come down against us. Guess what? Perfect. That's what we're waiting on, man. The Lord is going to save us. You're going to see the Lord show his mercy upon his elect now, man. All right? We're going to the next stage. Yeah, we can't hit the streets no more. But guess what? We're going to the next phase of this thing, man. Yeah. All right? And Lord willing, soon the spiritual power is going to be upon us.
Come. You still got the Revelation?
I switched it. You want Revelation?
Go ahead. Yeah, do. But you got some. Go ahead.
Okay. Isaiah 59, verse 19.
Spirit. That too.
Spirit.
So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against them.
We're going to that word standard. It means is one of those definitions. It's sign. The Lord said the children I have given thee are for a sign. So that standard is lifting up. It's talking about us, man. It's going to pour a spirit upon us, and we're going to turn up like we were just reading that Zephaniah, man. All right, Micah 4 says what? We shall be in the midst of many people like a lion, a young lion amongst the sheep, man, that cannot be stopped. It's going to get, the Lord going to turn this up.
It's going to intensify us. That's right.
Got Revelation 11, verse 3. And I will give power unto my two witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days called the sackcloth. These are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks standing before the Most High of the earth. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth and devoureth their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed.
There you go. So the Lord is going to protect us, man. He's going to avenge us. Like I said, any man come against us, he must in this manner be killed. Like Elijah said, if I'm man Lord, may fire come down from heaven. And the Lord is literally going to rain fire for us, man. He says he's going to give him his life for our lives. You know, they're going to be a ransom for us. So look, fear thou not, thou worm Jacob, man. We see what Esau's doing. He's aiming at us. But the Lord wrote it out this way, and the Lord says he's going to protect us in great fashion.
Come on, I appreciate this. Isaiah 11:4. They say, but with righteousness shall he judge the poor and reprove with iniquity for the meek.
Read that over.
Salaki. This Isaiah 11:4. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor and reprove with equity for the meat of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. And that's what we're doing, prophesying and telling the wicked that he's going down, telling them bring these vaccinations, telling them, hey, bring this chaos, bring the martial law. Because guess what? The Lord is going to fight for us anyway. It tell you that in Psalm the 18th chapter. Matter of fact, it is Psalms.
Now Isaiah's talking about Yahweh Shai.
Come, and we come in the spirit of Yahweh. Come. This Psalms 18:1. It say, I love thee, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my power, my strength, and who I would trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation and my high tower, man. It tell you in Proverbs that the righteous running in the name the name is a high tower for them, and they running in that name and they are safe. So guess what? Hey, the name is our protector. Hey, that knowing the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai, hey, that will protect you in the time that we approach him, man. Hey, but guess what? That's what we're gonna lie in Yahweh Shemel Shai, verse 3. It say, I will call upon the Lord who is worthy to be praised, so shall I be saved from my enemies. So hey, when King David, he was a mighty man. He didn't trust in his spirit or none of those things, man. And he trusts in the name and the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai, and that's what we're gonna do in the time to come.
That's right. It's Sirach chapter 4, verse 28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee.
So this is our duty, man. Like it says in Revelation 3, you kept the word of my patience, I'll keep you from our temptation. So we keep this word, we got to endure, people are going to come against us, all right, because they hate Yahweh Shai, which they hate Yahweh. They ain't really coming against Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. And it's our job to defend the gospel, man. And then the Lord said, well, he's going to defend us, man. When they come against us, they ready to physically come against us and do whatever, hey, the Lord's going to increase us, man.
That's right.
All right. Hey, the spiritual powers can start coming any moment, man. Just the fact they're ready to come against us, man.
That's right. And it's Proverbs 16:7. When a man ways please the Lord, he make even his enemies to be at peace with him. And that's plain, man. Hey, when we doing this work and doing what's pleasing to the Lord, keeping his commandments, rehearsing the righteous acts, all the enemies that are against us is going to be at peace with us. So it's nothing that Esau can do against us, man. Hey, you can do nothing for the truth, but no, you can't do nothing against the truth, but for the truth, man. So, hey, bring this chaos, bring everything, man, so that we can get our deliverance and the Lord can lift up that standard, man.
Khan, you know what? I got to back it up. This Romans 13. All right, we back. Salakia. They cut the whole browser off. Damn. Romans 13 and 3. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. For he is the minister of the Most High to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, be bearer of the sword in vain. For he is the minister of the Most High, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. So really, when Esau come make his move, man, he's gonna be fucking up the rest of these niggas, man. To be honest, now the Lord will keep us from our temptation. He's gonna keep us from it. So he's gonna be coming against the rest of these niggas, man. So read straight, man. Fear not thou, worm Jacob.
That's right.
Y'all brother, anything else?
I just got one more. This is Psalms 33, verse 19. It says, well, let me start from verse 18. It says, behold, the eye of the Lord Yahweh is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. You got it, bro.
And it's plain. Hey, the Lord is looking upon us, the Lord one of his elect that fear him, doing his work. It's Hebrews 11. It said Noah moved with fear, built that ark, and as we're doing his work through fear, man. And we hoping in his mercy, and maybe because of that, the Lord keep us from the famine, keep us from destruction. Like the Job 5, he's gonna keep us hidden from the sword, from the tongue. We're gonna laugh at destruction, laugh at famine, be in league with the beasts of the field. All right? And that's our hope, man. We hope that the Yahweh is gonna save us, man. All right, like I said, he's not unfaithful to forget your labor and love that you show towards his name. We gotta believe he is, and he's rewarded them that diligently seek him, man. We've been doing his work. So that's what we believe in, man. Esau's going to be really a terror to the rest of these niggas, man. Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right? If these motherfuckers get the trouble, Lord willing, we're going to get to save him.
I have one more for you. This Psalms 34 and 15. It say the eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears are open to their cries. The face of the Lord against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. It say the righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and deliver them out of all their troubles, man. And that's what the Lord is going to do. The Lord is going to deliver out of all our troubles, no matter where we at, man. The Lord is not going to forsake us. It say, the Lord is nigh to them that are of broken heart, and save and such as be as a contrite spirit. Many are the affliction of the righteous, but the Lord delivered them out of all. And that's what the Lord's about to do. That's plain.
God.
So through the trials and tribulations that you're going through, the things that leading up to the mark of the beast, the famine, the vaccination, the persecution, all those things, the Lord is going to deliver us out of all those things, man. Because the Lord is faithful to the ones that are faithful to him. So as long as you're faithful and doing the things that you're supposed to do, the Lord got you. The Lord got us, man. There's no doubt. So
and he's a guide unto them that keep his commandments. Shit. Hey, look, we getting on that. Get that. The Lord, you must believe he is. What's that? Revelation 11 and 8. I mean, it's Revelation. Hebrews
11.
I believe so. It's 11 and 6.
It is Hebrews 11 and 6. It say, but without faith it is impossible to please him, for he that come to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
There you go. So there's a reward at the end of all this, man. We not just want to fight at the air. You know, there's a purpose to all this, man. May how about you to have mercies upon us? Anything else? So with that, all praise, honor, glory to
Yahweh, Hashem, Kakadash.
Double honor to the apostles. That was a great millstone. And South East brothers doing this thing in sincerity and truth and with charity. Shalom.
Shalom.
And above.
Above.